What's going on, Helldivers? So today we got a ton of stuff to talk about, and I kind of figured since I enjoyed my last video that I did where I just kind of like spoke to the community, I kind of wanted to do something like that again. And today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be going over my biggest and most leading theory into what I think is coming in this next week, what I think is going to come with the major update, what I think is going to also come on Thursday. So we got Tuesday and Thursday. I think big stuff's coming and possibly stuff in the middle. I just kind of generally think that this is where everything is kind of leading to. So let's just get straight into it with what I think is going to happen. The first thing that I think is going to happen is with all this ARG shit that's going on, which I think is super fun. I've been enjoying the hell out of it. It's been super entertaining to watch and be a part of. But what I really think is going to come out of this is that it's going to lead up to an Xbox release. Now, I got evidence, and I'll get into that a little bit. I'll get into it more with the ARG here in a minute, but the first thing I want to point out with why I think there's going to be an Xbox release, for anyone who saw the Be There trailer that I don't think was supposed to get posted yet because it's now a private video on the PlayStation YouTube channel. I'm going to try and put up some images of it in here. I'm not going to post the whole thing due to copyright fear. It 100% looks like it's a trailer for Helldivers to be dropped again, like almost like a re-release, which would make sense if it's getting put out on Xbox. If it's not an Xbox re-release, I think the next best thing that they're doing is they're doing a type of Super Earth, Super Citizen edition, but it's going to have like maybe 2,000 super credits, or maybe it's going to have the pre-order armors or something. Like, I'm either expecting a special edition or an Xbox release with that Be There trailer, but I'm kind of leaning more towards Xbox release. Another thing that I'm thinking is coming out of this, like, let's all like address the elephant. I 100% believe on Tuesday when the update drops, they're also going to be dropping the full Illuminate invasion on Super Earth. It's going to have new enemies because the thing is we all are expecting a full Illuminate fleet invasion on Super Earth. That's what we're expecting. So if they do that, there's no shock value to it. It's just going to be excitement. Like, we were right, we did it. Omens of Tyranny had so much of that shock. Like, we weren't expecting them to drop anything at the Game Awards. Like, no one was expecting that. Like, I didn't hear anyone bringing it up. I don't think anyone was really ready for that. So they got to have some type of shock value to this. So if you do the Super Earth invasion of the entire Illuminate fleet, it's like, oh yeah, that's what we were expecting to happen. You know, it's cool that it's happening, but not surprised. What I think could hit with that shock value is, one, the Xbox release. Two, you kind of do what you did last time with the Killzone crossover, and you drop a Halo crossover.
Say what?
I know the copium is strong with this one. Like, that is possibly never going to happen because Sony is very greedy. But I do think we have a good shot at it, considering we just had the Gears of War Reloaded announcement where Xbox is making it. It's going to be on PlayStation day one. And all the other Xbox games that are going over to PlayStation. So I really have a strong feeling that with all of the games that Xbox is sending over to PlayStation, PlayStation is going to throw a bone to Xbox fans, and they're going to put it out in there because, let's be real, we need more people. And I think that would get us a ton of new players. And also, it would make sense if the Illuminate fleet is attacking Super Earth. We need all the help we can get. Call in the ODSTs, the Halo people. I was a Halo fan before I was a Helldivers fan. I'm still a massive Halo fan. And it's the crossover I want to see the most. Like, bring in the ODSTs and make it happen. It would be so cool to get that. And if it's a Super Earth invasion, like, we're gonna have returning there's gonna be people that return who haven't played in a long time. We're not gonna get new people. I don't think a Super Earth invasion will attract anyone new. It'll just bring people back to the game. But if you put it on Xbox and you drop the Super Earth invasion with the full Illuminate fleet, I mean, they're basically the Covenant. Do it. I think that would be good, but I've got more evidence to that, which we'll get to in a second. But first, I just want to say, like, if you guys are enjoying what you're hearing so far, please go down and click that subscribe button. It would mean the world to me, and it would just help the channel grow. And the bigger the channel gets, the more cool stuff we could do, like giveaways and such. Back to why I think a Halo crossover is possible. Does anyone remember when Pilestead made an adjustment to a question that a certain Helldiver asked? There was this image right here where you could see all the different crossovers, and someone asked, like, you know, where do we draw the line? Pilestead took this and drew a line right here. And yes, I know Master Chief is on the other side of that, but he is open. Like, the Arrowhead developers obviously are open to a Halo crossover with ODSTs, which I think makes sense. Like, us running around in Mjolnir armor doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Same with the Space Marine armor. So we could do an ODST crossover, and we know that they're open to it. But also, let's not forget all of the stuff in this ARG that we've been getting so far. Now, to be fair, there's not a lot saying that a Halo crossover is on the horizon or an Xbox release with the ARG. But there is some damning stuff. So if you guys remember with the first data block, I'm going to see if I can find images. I don't know if they're going to be up on the screen or not. When we were lining up those satellites, I don't know how many of you were a part of it, but there was 3 of them. And I don't remember all the numbers. I think the first one was 195. The second one I think was like 135, I think. But the last one, that was the one that got everyone fired up. Because when that one stopped, when it locked in, the coordinates or the degree we needed to get it to was 117. Now, for any Halo fan out there, and even just like a gaming fan in general, you probably know the significance of the number 117, and that's obviously John 117, Master Chief's like little call sign. It was weird that of all the numbers that you could, like, you have 360 numbers that you could have picked for that last alignment. It being 117 was very strange. Also, I think it's Station 8-4. If you look at that image, it looks very similar to a shot from the Halo Reach campaign where the entire Covenant Armada showed up. It almost is like mirrored. Like, it looks very similar to when they all showed up. Like, you know, the dot, like, slip space rupture detected. Like, it looks like that. It looks very similar to that. Sadly, those are the only 2 bits of evidence I have from the ARG, but I think with the Be There trailer looking like almost a re-release, with us knowing that there's a Super Earth invasion most likely happening this week, they need to add some shock value, and Xbox release would go great with that. And also, I feel like crossovers now need to be a part of these titled updates because, as I said in my last video, Omens of Tyranny set the bar for these titled updates. That is what these should be. It should not be like what Escalation of Freedom was, which was a bunch of, like, everything was controversial in that. All in all, I think Escalation of Freedom was a good update. They just fucked up fire. Don't do anything like that. We don't need. Like, I would say for these title updates, the last thing you should be doing is nerfing anything. But they set it up perfectly where new enemies, new biomes, those are both in Omens of Tyranny, new enemies, new biomes. You know, they gave us a new vehicle, a new stratagem, which was cool. That was something that we were asking for. They also gave us the Killzone crossover, which we weren't asking for a specifically Killzone crossover. I don't think that was on anyone's really mind. But we were asking for some type of crossover, and they gave us our first one. And we also got a war bond. And if I'm missing anything there, let me know in the comments. Something I missed that they added in there. I think I hit everything. Putting all of that in there, that just is like, this is what these title update needs to be. It's what it needs to be. And I think if you got the Halo crossover, you got the shock value. Oh, that was what I was missing, the shock value. It's got to be like a shadow drop kind of surprise, and it's got to be hype as fuck. Obviously, there's no Game Awards show going on, so how do you get the shock value? You put it out on Xbox. What crossover do you use? Use the Halo crossover. New enemies, new biome. Well, you got the Super Earth biome, which is going to be super cool. And then you also have the new enemies, which will be the rest of the Illuminate fleet. Or at least some new enemies. So it may not be the full Illuminate fleet, but it'll be more of them. Also, what would be nice to see, which they kind of did this, which is like new mission types. And by that, I mean like the mission types were like slightly different for the Illuminate when they dropped. So new mission types is also very welcome for this. I think they added new mission types for Escalation of Freedom, so if they could also add in new ones for this, that would also be something super cool, which I'm sure if it's on Super Earth, we're going to have some type of cool new missions. Now, I also want to point out that this is all just a theory, okay? Like, and I know a lot of it is very heavy in the copium, but like I said, I'm a Halo fan. I've been a Halo fan for a long time. Copium's been running through my veins since Halo 3 came out. I've had extreme high levels of copium since I was about 8 years old. But this is all just a theory. It's something I've been talking to plenty of people about where everyone says I'm crazy, but not enough people have said I'm crazy. So that's why I think I should put this out into the world that this is a possibility. A lot of things seem to be lining up for this to happen, and I think it would just make the most sense. It would breathe life back into this game. This game I absolutely love. I play it just about every day. It needs something big like this, and I think this would, everything I've spoken about, I think would just be massive for the community in general. I know Xbox players are still dying to play this game, and I think it's time for them to have it. I really do. So yeah, if I angered any of you, go down in the comments and let me know. This is just a theory I'm throwing out there into the world that hopefully you guys can all get a little bit of enjoyment listening to, and also maybe some of you agree. Maybe some of you guys are in agreement with me, and if it all comes to happen, awesome. I don't need any credit, but I know Arrowhead knows what they're doing. A lot of people I feel like are losing trust after this last war bond. I still am a firm Arrowhead believer, and I think that they will knock this all out of the park. This whole next week, this whole update, I think they are going to absolutely knock it out of the park, and we have no idea what's to come. Like we think we know. I feel like they have a couple tricks up their sleeve because it's just what they do. They really, I think a lot of the stuff that they've done has knocked it out of the park, and I think this next week is about to be massive for Helldivers. And if they do everything that I said here, or something close, this is about to be a banger. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching and dealing with my copium-fueled theory crafting. Like I said earlier, please go down in the comments, and I would love to discuss any of this with you, any of your theories, any of your ideas. You know, just go down there, type it away. I try to respond to every comment. I'm still trying to catch up on the last video. I'll do my best to reply to every comment. It's one of my favorite parts of doing these is just being able to interact with the community. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching. Please go down there and click that subscribe button. Leave a like. It helps the channel grow, and once it grows to be bigger, we can do a lot cooler and better things like giveaways and streams. It's all going to be amazing. Can't wait I have so many ideas for things to come, so just stay tuned. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a blessed day. Mr. Clutch Cookie is out. Bye, guys.